Back in December on Today, we introduced you to Michael Stadther, a self-made millionaire who wrote a fairy tale, A Treasure's Trove, and it's filled with clues for finding a real treasure.
And I've hidden tokens around the continental United States and put the clues in my children's fairy tale, A Treasure's Trove. And if you read the story and if you find the clues, you can get a real jewel.
The jewels are worth over $1 million, and A Treasure's Trove has sold almost 500,000 copies. Jake Pultorak and his daughter Alexandra found the first token in a Pennsylvania state park. Michael, Jake, thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having us.
Nice for having you back. Nice having you back,
Nice
Michael.
to be back.
Now, did you have any idea that when you put this out that it was going to be as big a smash as it was?
No, I couldn't have. I only printed 40,000 books, and I think within 2 days of being on your show last time, I sold 100,000 books. So it's gone way, way bigger than I expected.
And this is a book that you've been thinking about for 25 years.
I've thought about this for 25 years.
Now that you've at least one token you know has been found, I know there are 3 others that are missing, and so you can't verify whether they've been found or not. What can you tell us about the clues? Where are they, roughly?
The clues are in the pages of the book. Right. I don't really say if they're in the illustrations or the text, but I've always made the claim that if you could read, you could solve the clues. They're not hard, they're not necessarily obvious, but I think even a child could solve them.
Oh, Jake, you're not a child, but you have a child. So how hard was it?
Well, we were making it a lot harder than it was. In retrospect, everything he said is true. A 9-year-old.
So you were overthinking this thing?
Absolutely. Thousands of people out there have been overthinking this for 6 months.
So take us through it. How did you come up with this?
Well, we got the book back in January, and my daughter and I played a little game where you can find the creatures in the book, and she loved that, and we learned the process. And I developed a theory on how this would all be constructed.
And you were looking for the dragonfly.
Well, I was working on all the puzzles throughout the book, and you'd spend a little time here and there working on each. And people began to get closer to thinking where they knew dragonfly was, and some people thought it was in Pennsylvania. So I said, I live in Pennsylvania, I better look into this a little more. So I flipped back to the dragonfly puzzle and applied one of my methods to it, thinking I could get the same outcome that other people were getting, and sure enough, a code was revealed that told me the name of a park with a bunch of waterfalls and a sign I should be looking for. And then I put that together with several other clues that told me exactly where to go look.
And this is kind of like a map here, the B.
Absolutely. There's a little map in that picture. And I got in the car, drove 4.5 hours, got out of the car, and 7 minutes later the token was in my pocket. That's how precise and unambiguous.
Did Alexandra go with you, your daughter?
I woke her up at 6 o'clock in the morning and said, Daddy thinks he knows where a token is. Do you want to go? And she said, yes, Daddy. And I said, it's even farther than Nana's. And she said, is it the hummingbird? And I said, no, it's the dragonfly. And she said, well, you go, I'll wait here.
And it was in this beach. She said, the heck with this. Yeah. So it was in you found it in this beech tree?
It was in this knothole of this beech tree, yep. And it was directly behind a sign that I was told to look for by one of the clues.
Now, Michael, websites have actually cropped up, people sharing information. Does this blow you away?
It's unbelievable. Sometimes I read at bookstores, and people will come to listen to my reading. I'll get home, and the first thing my wife says to me is, did you just say this? And the information made it from one of the listeners to the internet. My wife read it, and it all got home before I did.
Now, Jake, are you guys going to look for more tokens?
Oh, absolutely. I've been still working on several of them that have plagued me since first getting the book. But at the same time, there's only 12 of them out there, so I hope other people have a chance to find them as well.
Now, these jewels, Michael, really are amazing up close. And you've got a couple of guards here who are...
They're watching them at all times.
If I make a move toward this table, I think I'm down. They're taking me down. Why did you decide to create these jewels?
It actually started from the grasshopper, which was an antique piece that I collected, and it's a very rare and very valuable piece. And I foolishly thought I could collect 11 other ladies' brooches and write a fairy tale about 12 creatures that look just like them. And so I went off and I wrote about a rhinoceros beetle, never suspecting that they don't make rhinoceros beetle ladies' brooches. So I had to go out and get these made. These were made by Jewelry Designs in Danbury, Connecticut. And all I said to the jeweler is just make them of the best quality you can.
You're a self-made millionaire. Why did you need to even do this?
I read about Masquerade, which was a similar book in England about 25 years ago, and I thought it would just be a challenge to do. It sounded fun. I got to illustrate, I got to write, and people get to have fun, and families get together, and that's it.
Well, let's bring Alexandra in here. She's going to exchange the token, I think. Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Look at the jewels.
Wow. Now, are you gonna exchange the token? You ready?
Yes. Mr. Stadther, the token.
Okay. And
Assuming this will come out of its position,
there it is.
this will be your dragonfly.
Wow. What do you think of that, Alessandra? Good. It's good? Yeah. Are you guys going to keep the dragonfly, Jake?
Yes, we will. We'll probably lend it to a local museum for a while and maybe save it for Allie when she's older.
Wow.
Now, the jewels will continue to be on display for 2.5 years. They go to the Children's Museum here in New York on July 23rd. So, unfortunately, Jake only gets to dream about his dragonfly for the next 2.5 years.
and then you get it.
Yes.
All right. Congratulations. Michael Stadther, thanks so much. Jake and Alessandra, congratulations, sweetie. I think she liked the little creature there more than she did.
That's the hero of the story, Pook.
Oh, the Pookie, the Pookster. All right. Thanks, guys. And we're going to be right back after these messages.